Okay, so we're going to start on the living room outlets here. Okay, here's one of the more wires in it. See, they got the insulation caught under the screw here. You can see there they got the insulation under the screw. Oh, look how sloppy that one is. See, the copper's not even under the screw all the way around it. See how the wire's not even under the screw head there? And the insulation is pinched right there under the screw head. See how the screw is mashing down on the insulation right there? You don't want that. I'm going to strip this back just a little longer. I'll do the same with this one here. I love animals. Okay, we'll put our ground wire around the green screw here. Tighten it up. We'll put our two white wires on the silver screw here. I should. Make sure it's nice and tight and we don't get our insulation under the screw head. Here in the country I was born in, our white is neutral. It goes on the silver colored screw. Okay, I'm going to close that loop. There we go. Up. I don't like how that sat in there, so I'm going to loosen this up. Pull this back a little bit here. I don't like how that's sitting there. I don't like how my loop closed, so I'm going to open this up. Working with a used... Okay, let's see how this works. Looks better. There, that looks a lot better. See how the copper's around the screw head all the way around? Okay, now we can flip this over. We'll get our two black wires on the brass screws. Make sure it's nice and tight. And that's the most copper you want to have coming back. But I'm not going to mess with it because I don't want to break the copper and keep playing with it. But you don't want any more copper than that showing behind the screw. And that's ideal what you want right there. Okay, so now we can push our wires back into our box. Now this box is not even really fastened in the wall, but you know what? I can't do anything about it. So I'm just going to hold it with my pliers here. Full shape our wires so we can get them into the box. Make sure our ground wires are staying away from everything here. These plaster ears are going to hit the sheetrock, so I'm just hoping that holds the outlet tight enough. We got a nice bite onto the sheetrock here. There, that's the best it's going to be. That plug's not even holding. Make sure it's all off. Oh, this outlet was all broken. Pull this out and see how many wires are in here. Oh, there's only 2. That's not bad. Let's double check, make sure this is off. So this is our white wire over here. And this is our black wire over here. So we're going to put a bonding wire to ground to the box and connect the outlet to the ground, which is grounded through the BX cable. So we will get this down here like this. And we have a green screw up in here. We'll make our loop the direction our screw turns. Get it around our screw the direction our screw turns. Okay, now we can push this to the back of the box, and now we put it down our bottom here. Okay, we'll close the screws we're not going to be using. Okay, so we'll start with putting our white wire on the silver screw here. We'll shorten this up just a bit because it's a little long. Get our debris off of here. Put our wire around the screw the direction our screw turns, close our loop. I don't like how that wire is there, so I'm gonna do this one over again. I don't really like that. I'll take my stripper, I'll just hit the 14 hole here. Just get a nice clean strip wire. There we go. I'll clip a little more off here. A little more. Okay, I'll make our loop the direction our screw turns. There, that's what we want right there. Close our loop. Make sure it's tight. This wire is probably like 50 years old. It's the older BX. Okay, so now we can turn this. Oh, make sure that's tight. Okay, so now we'll turn this around and we'll keep our ground wire down here on the bottom. Open our black one up here. Shorten this up a little bit. So. There we go. Making sure insulation is not getting under the screw head there. Nope, it isn't. So we'll tighten this up. Make sure it's tight. Okay, now we put our wires back into the box. Keep our ground wire down away from everything. Make sure our ground wire is staying down away from everything. Which it is. Stick our cover back on here. And here is the broken outlet that we took out of there. You can see how poorly it's made. It was just a very cheap one. I'll just make sure this is all off. It's all loose. This one doesn't look too bad either, and the wire's not old. You know what, I'm just going to make this simpler and just cut them off. I'll just get all nice, new, fresh strips on these wires here. Wow, look how sloppy that connection is here. When I strip wires fresh, I get a better loop. I'll take this clamp out of the box here. We don't need it in here. Push this jacket up in here a little bit. Okay. Okay, I'll strip our white. Now we using okay, we'll put our two white wires on the silver colored screw here. Okay, there's our 2 white wires. Get our grounds up on the green screw here, because we're going to turn this outlet around into our blacks on the brass colored screw. See if we have enough wire here. If we don't, we don't. There we go. We got our copper around and under the screw head all the way around. Now we'll flip this around and keep our ground wire down the bottom here, and we'll put our 2 black wires on the brass screws. Make sure it's nice and tight. Close our loop the direction our screw turns here. Make sure the wire's under the screw head all the way around. And that's what we want right there. And now we can screw this into our wall. Now we're going to keep our ground wire down on the bottom here. The ground wires were crimp sleeved together. Okay, we're going to shim this out here on the bottom because this outlet is not very stable. So we're going to use a couple pieces of number 12 wire. We're going to make a loop like this to put our screw through to shim it out. Plaster ears grab up at the top really good. They make spacers. They make spacers for this, but we don't have any. So this will work. Okay, we got this nice and tight there now. It's a nice tight flush fit to the box. Now we'll put our cover back on. And that takes care of our living room outlets.